Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when President William Samoei Ruto orchestrated the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua and subsequently replaced him with Kithure Kindiki, he immediately lined up several leaders from the mountain who were to help Kithure Kindiki tame the growing and unstoppable influence of Rigathi Gachagua. One such leader was Kiunjuri, the man of the Service Party. And Kiunjuri told off Rigathi Gachagua to retire peacefully after being impeached and let other leaders lead the country.
Sisi tukiwa mlima tuko pamoja nyuma ya Rais William Samoei Ruto. Hatutaki mtu atatuteganisha sisi na Wakenya wengine. Tuliona mkutano ilifanyika. Wale wa Kikuyu wako uongozini, MPESA alone, we are more than 70. Tuko na women rep 11, senator 10, governor 9. Kwa hivyo kwa mlima tuko na viongozi zaidi ya 100. Ni viongozi wangapi mliona kwa ile mkutano? Hiyo ni kukuelezea vile Kenya iko na vile Mount Kenya tuko. Na Kenya mzima lazima tuendelee mbele. Hakuna ile siasa ya grudges. You cannot bear grudges forever. If somebody offended you somewhere, you must not reciprocate through grudges. You must be able to forgive others. You must know this country can move on without you. It cannot only be you and you alone. Unless you have a position in this country or you are influencing, the country should not be united. And therefore, for us, we are asking those leaders who lost elections, those leaders who retired, to retire peacefully and allow those people who have been elected to lead the country.
Not only that, Kiunjuri praised William Ruto, and he said that Ruto's track record revealed that in Mount Kenya alone, Ruto had implemented 80% of all the promises that he gave to the mountain, including building roads, construction of markets, and he said that their man was William Samoei Ruto.
Kwa sababu yale yote ambayo tuliomba rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya ametimiza over 80%. 80%. Kwa sababu hii soko tuko naye leo, Jeni atawaelezea itajengwa. Maneno ya housing na nyuki imeanza, Nyahururu pia inaanza. Asante sana governor kwa tupatia shamba ya kujenga housing. Hawa watu wakanielezea Keti na Wachira, hii barabara ya Gishana Road na hii barabara ya Transcam bypass imeharibika. Nikaambia Wachira andika barua nipatie kwa sababu niko kwenye kamati ya barabara. Tukaweka barua Wachira na yeye, saa hii rais ameamurisha tena hiyo barabara yenu 4 kilometers zote zijengwe. Sasa kama rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya tukimuomba chochote tunaomba anatutendea. Kwa sababu gani? Sisi kama watu ya mlima Kenya, na mimi niongee kwa niaba ya watu ya Laikipia County, kama yametendwa na Wachira amesema, na tuko na ushuhuda kwamba tuko na rais ambaye anatusikiza, hata kwa masishi anatumana, anatuma Kagiri, najua lazima David President akona ujumbe yake, yeye anatujali. Kwa nini tusimjali? Na ndiye nasema mimi nikiwa mheshimiwa Kiunjuri na wajumbe wengine naomba tukae nyuma ya rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Kama rais akona maneno inamsonga, kama ni maneno kikiwa na kulalamika kidogo maneno ya kodi, tukumbuke kodi inapitishwa bunge, sio rais anapitisha.
Wa Kiunjuri, mbunge wa kutoka kule Laikipia, awasalimie.
Muno na nitoje tuwe musharagero kahola wala nyambola jimela wala maudumera. Asante sana.
Today, people are really surprised that Kiunjuri is making a very sharp, painful U-turn and is accusing William Ruto that William Ruto is full of very many promises with little to see for it, that he does not implement the promises. I want you to look at this video that has gone viral and you have seen it, but I want you to look at one man, Kithure Kindiki, the countenance and the body language, together with William Ruto, as they were not only listening but also watching the service party leader, Mwangi Kiunjuri, a man who had praised them just some times ago, accusing them of people who are too much full of talks with little implementation.
Your Excellency, ile deni yake ya mwisho, and that is why I said this Muse will be remembered forever. You know, sometimes you have to learn to appreciate things. Promises have been there since the creation of this world. Abraham was given a promise. Even today, people are promising. Kwanza wewe president, vita yako kubwa watu wanasema you promise lakini unapiga kona. Promises are good lakini fulfill your promises na tutasaidiana kufulfill promises. Kama watu nilikuja kuwasalimia wakaniambia lakini wewe uko na promises mingi sana. Wewe kijua promises, nikajua unajua hii promise ni yangu na president. So tutalipa na wewe.
That video has gone viral. It is the video of the day if you ask me. The people are just asking what exactly is happening, because Kiunjuri is now following and echoing the words of Rigathi Gachagua, who has told off William Ruto that you have promised Kenyans heaven and paradise, but you're unable to implement and realize even hell. What do you think is happening? Because let me tell you something about politicians. Kiunjuri did not just wake up or just decided within that minute that they were in that forum to tell William Ruto that Ruto is a liar. Because what he's simply saying is that William Ruto is a liar. He's accusing people of being a man who knows what to say, when to say it, how to say it, and to who does he say it, just to get away with the moment. If you look and scrutinize the statements, you will realize that Kiunjuri knew very well that they were going to share a podium with William Samoei Ruto. He knew very well that where Ruto was coming is somehow hostile, and therefore he is the one who was supposed to protect William Ruto. And he knew that that very role was bestowed upon him to help Kithure Kindiki. And as Ruto was going there, he knew very well that Rigathi Gachagua had made it very clear that Ruto can never be accepted in the mountain. And what exactly informed the idea of telling William Ruto the truth in front of the very, very electorates who William Ruto still expects to get a chunk, just to get just few votes? Number one, you will realize that the mountain has really gone, and any leader who still wants to defend William Ruto is a one-term to them. Whatever William Ruto will do in the unlikely event that he retains his seat, the leaders who are supporting William Ruto will not be re-elected. I have heard people like Matiang'i say that there are foreigners who are being allowed to register as voters in the country. And so they are saying this will be used to rig elections. And I'm saying, if William Ruto, because this is the voice of the opposition who is saying this, if William Ruto is still going to retain his seat by hook or crook, whatever means, he will not be able to help the leaders in Mount Kenya who are still supporting him. And the time is now for the leaders to decide. Like Kiunjuri spoke very softly and he accused William Ruto. It seems the ground is very hostile, and anyone who still associates with William Ruto is a gone case. Kiunjuri could be looking for a soft landing to get into the opposition. For you to get into the opposition, he wants to join people like JB Muturi, Martha Karua, Rigathi Gachagua. You have to start by criticizing William Ruto. Then the opposition will look at you and say, yes, this is part of us. Maybe he wants to join them. Sometimes people say that you don't trust these leaders. Maybe he starts criticizing William Ruto so that he can get his way to the position to become a spy master there, the mole in town. Like now people say that the Nyeri governor Mutahi Kahiga is a mole. People suspect Moses Kuria to be a spy master in that team. So Kiunjuri could be looking for a way to get into a comfort zone where he can leak secrets of the united opposition. And maybe Kiunjuri just understands that he supports William Ruto, but that if William Ruto is not going to do something in the mountain, then his dream is gone. This is like Irungu Kang'ata, who sometimes back wrote a letter to Uhuru Kenyatta, and he told Uhuru, BBI does not resonate well with the people of the mountain. Of course, people condemned him, but Ruto had painted and had confused and had hoodwinked the mountain, and they were singing UDA. So it is the same thing. Just like Irungu Kang'ata told Uhuru Kenyatta, Kiunjuri is telling William Ruto that this will be a gone case. He decided not to confront him, in a very arrogant way, but he spoke softly, knowing very well that the message is home. What can he lose? Ruto, I understand, will remove him from the inner circle of the think tanks, if at all he is working for Gachagua, because you are either in the mountain, you are either with Gachagua or with Ruto. If you cannot sing one term, you are with Ruto, no matter what you do, no matter what you say. So if he's working for Rigathi, he will be removed from the inner circle. In fact, the best test for anyone who you suspect, someone who seems to be blowing hot and cold, you tell them to sing one term. If he's not singing one term, then he's working for the enemy. And I think if there is one thing that is going to be a thorn in the flesh of William Ruto, is these promises that he implemented. I don't come from Mount Kenya, but I want someone to tell me, is Kiunjuri right? Are the promises that William Ruto gave in 2022 being implemented? Is this just politics? Because the rest of Kenyans feel that William Ruto would wink to them, diapers, gas, kuna simu ilipromisiwa, he promised he would not take loans. If you want to scrutinize the promises that William Ruto gave, then you will end up getting confused because he has really implemented very little. I don't know the challenges that he gets along, because a good leader is one who tells you, I have implemented this, but the rest are not implemented because of this and that. I see a president who plays a lot of politics, engages too much in politics, thereby forgetting his role. He engages too much in blowing his own trumpet, says he's the most learned, he's the youngest, he's God sent. You disagree with him, you're either stupid or mad or both. And I think we have a very proud president who believes he can even build a church in State House and you don't question. I think that is the problem. But one thing I know is that pride comes before the fall. And if William Ruto is not going to implement these promises, the big fall is coming. And it is sooner than soonest. Let him go back to the drawing board and implement all the promises that he gave to people. As to Mwangi Kiunjuri, we'll only have to wait and see whether he's working for Rigathi or hoodwink or trying to play like a spy master, the Trojan horse. The truth is, many people feel that William Ruto has not implemented the promises that he gave. And that will be the slow killer in Ruto's administration. It has been said during opinion polls, they say William Ruto does not implement his promises. He doesn't respect human rights. They line them. Corruption is entrenched in the country. Let us wait and see whether Mwangi Kiunjuri was just saying it or he means it. As for the many Kenyans, they agree with Mwangi Kiunjuri. I'll not be shocked tomorrow if Mwangi Kiunjuri will be taking a picture with Rigathi Gachagua and will be part and parcel of the united opposition, because Mount Kenya will turn. All of them will face Mount Kenya like Mutahi Ngwinyi once said that you can only rent a Kikuyu, but you cannot buy a Kikuyu. As for Kiunjuri, we are yet to understand whether William Ruto has bought him or he has only rented him.